Nobody has patience anymore, man. It really does show in today's society in 2026, man. Um that is a bad thing, bro. It's a scary thing at that. Like, nobody has patience, bro. Look at the era that we're in. We're in the era of TikTok. We're in the era of YouTube Shorts. We're in the era of Instagram Reels, right? Where we can just gain so much information in 30 seconds, so that when anytime we get presented with anything more than that, it's hard to stay attentive, bro. And that's a problem. But I want y'all to understand that things are like this for a reason. They want us to be impatient. They want us to get used to, these 30-second clips, and not want more than that. You know what I mean? And we're about to talk about it today, man. So what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Film by Ken. We back with another video. We about to get straight into this one, man. For starters, why I say this is a bad thing, right? You're probably wondering, like, what's the point? Like, so what? Everything's becoming 15 to 30 seconds. So what? We can obtain anything and everything in such a short time span. Well, I'm about to tell you, bro. This makes it to where it's hard to do anything long term, right? This makes it to where it's hard to work towards long term goals. Starting a business is a long term goal. Starting a YouTube channel is a long term goal. Just doing anything that is really worth it and that will really last is going to take a long time. And having all of these things in our life that we do today make it a lot harder to do anything long term. You know what I mean? Why do anything long term when we can get everything short term, right? It's the easier option, and majority of people are going to go with the easier option, right? Everybody wants the reward, but nobody wants to. Everybody wants the reward, but nobody wants the process. You know what I mean? And that is what's being pushed in 2026, man. That is how they want it. You know what I mean? Because if you have the mindset that, you want the reward, but you don't want to go through the process, you'll never get the reward. And that's just the reality of life, bro. That goes with anything. That's not just a business. That's not just a YouTube channel. That is literally anything in life. Anything that's really good in life, like I said, and that lasts a long time is going to take a long time to obtain, bro. And you just kind of have to accept that. Most people want a six-pack in 30 days, right? They want to be a successful businessman in 3 months. They want to be a popular YouTuber, right, in 2 months, 3 months, right? But that will never happen. It's never has happened, and it never will happen. Yes, there's a chance of luck by knowing certain people in the industry, but if you are starting from scratch, it's not going to come easy. It's not going to come in 3 months. It's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take probably years, you know what I mean? And you have to be able to understand that everything good in life is going to take a long time. Everything that's probably not the best for you is short term. Weed is a short term pleasure. Sex is a short term pleasure if it's not with your significant other that y'all are married. You know what I mean? There's so many things, right? TikTok, Instagram, all these things, like, it's short term pleasure, and short term pleasure is, for the most part, never a good thing. Number two, man, and I know we just got done talking about Instagram Reels and TikToks and all that stuff. That also has ruined our expectations, right? As a humanity, as a population. A lot of people's expectations are skewed, right? A lot of people's expectations are all over the place because Instagram or TikTok will portray that, this is how things are supposed to be. And some people will really believe that life is supposed to be how they see others living it on social media. But what you have to understand is social media is going to be the best parts of everybody's life. That's one. And two, social media is not reality. Most people who make videos on social media alter it in some way, shape, or form. Like, that is not really how they live. That is most people. Social media is not reality, but a lot of people get reality and social media mixed, and they put it together, and they think this is a way of life. Like, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these female rappers especially, they will push out this narrative, push out this message, right? Go sleep with her man, or if you a guy, like, oh, go sleep with all the women. And some of them are probably living that life. Most of them are probably living that life, but there is a percentage of them that literally do it for the bag. They do it for the money. They do it because they're told to do it, right? By the people who are playing the strings up top. They are controlling them to say certain things and make certain music videos and make certain songs. And they're pretty much just being a puppet. Like, that's just the truth. But a lot of people don't see that side, right? A lot of people see their idol portraying a certain message, and they just pretty much think, oh, well, this is probably how I should live, right? Subconsciously, right? They don't literally say that, but the more you take in a certain energy level, you know what I mean, a certain frequency, a certain message, that literally becomes you. Like, you are what you take in, you know what I mean? I know you've heard that before, and it's very, very true. You are your environment. You are what you take in. You will become that no matter how smart you are, no matter who you are as a person. If you stay somewhere for a long enough time, or if you listen to a certain amount of music for a long enough time, you will eventually be influenced by it. You will eventually become that in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, man, social media has genuinely confused a lot of people, bro. And that's the biggest thing that I would tell you if you are one of these people is social media is never reality. Social media is never reality. Notice when you go on social media, there may be certain things that you may make look better than what it is, or you may like do something for a certain angle, or you may only post when things are like amazing in your life, but you'll never post, you know, the bad, which is normal. I'm not posting the bad, but nobody is, right? Nobody is. Nobody's going to post the bad. Nobody's going to post the lows. It's only the highs on social media, and a lot of people fail to understand that, man. Number 3, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking down at my notes. Patience separates winners from everyone else. And this is very, very true. This is very true, right? Patience separates winners from everyone else. So if you can rise above, the short-term content, right? The Instagram reels, the TikToks, if you can rise above all of this short-term society that we live in, and you actually stay down and you actually grind for months upon years, and you actually work towards your goals, regardless of how long it takes, regardless of what the results look like now, you will eventually become a winner, bro. You will. And that's what's going to separate you from most people, bro, because you have to understand. Hold on, y'all. There's a spider on my camera and I'm about to kill it. So give me 2 seconds. All right. Sorry, I'm back. But yeah, like I was saying, like, most people cannot stay down for years and work towards a goal without seeing results for those first 2 years. Most people can't do that. Look at the society that we're in. Social media portrays everything as quick, instant, and fast, when that's literally the opposite. That's the farthest from the truth. So most people see how social media portrays things, and they, like I said, they think that's the way of life. And a lot of people cannot stay working towards a goal without seeing any results for more than a month. That's why you have certain people that will try something and then stop in a week. Once they don't see results, they just say, oh, this isn't for me. And they forget about it. But in reality, it can really be for anybody. It can really be for anybody, because no matter who you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter who you are as a person, if you stay down long enough, if you work towards your goals every single day, your winning day is set in stone. Like, there's no way you cannot win. There's going to be a day where you eventually win. There's going to be a day where you eventually break through. You just have to keep working. The only way you don't get that day is if you stop. That's it. That's it. Yes, it takes a little bit of luck. Yes, it takes a little bit of timing. But at the end of the day, if you're working towards it 365 days out of the year, you have 365 chances in a year for one of those videos to do good. You have 365 chances in a year for that business to take the next step, you know? Never doubt yourself, bro. Always work towards your goals. Fight what's being pushed in 2026, bro. Go against it. Not everything's instant and fast and quick. It's just the truth. Things that are good, at least. You can obviously get bad things instant, fast, and quick, but things that are good, things that will last a long time, lifetimes, things that will change your life, such as your career, such as that YouTube channel, such as your music, whatever it may be, these things will take a long time. And you have to be willing to endure the process. You have to love the process. You have to be willing to work every single day when nobody sees you, when nobody's pushing for you, when nobody's supporting you. You have to find love for whatever you want to do, and you have to work. That's it. Every day. That way, when you do make it, you was working so hard before you made it that it comes natural to you. It's not even hard anymore. It's a way of life for you now. So please understand that, man. I genuinely hope this video helps you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I feel like this message needed to be pushed. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody needed to hear this. And at the end of the day, that's why I make these videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video, man. If you did, please subscribe, please like, please comment, all that good stuff, man. Filmed by Cam, and I'm out. I love y'all, man. Be safe and stay blessed.